Yes, hello Shantanu, Harsh, Bhuvnesh, Abhishek, Navneet, Sundar, Jay Shakti, Rukmini, Pratap, Priyanshu, Vijendra, everyone. Good afternoon. Okay, good afternoon, Nivedita. So, you guys are revising the concepts or not? Yes. Said, hi Sanjay. Hi Rishabh. Good afternoon. Laksh. Good afternoon. Are you revising the concepts? Yes, I'll be asking questions. Don't worry about that. Very soon I'll be asking questions. Okay. So now let's continue with ancient India. We are going to study with the administration of the Guptas, followed by Gupta literature, and I'll be speaking in short about Kanvas, Satvahans, and post-Guptas. Okay? Yes, 100% I'll be, what we say, discussing about the certain PYQs. Do not worry about that. I'll be discussing about them. Vijendra? So now before I start, let me ask you a few questions. Which Gupta dynasty ruler assumed the title Sakar? Yes. Which Gupta dynasty ruler assumed the title Sakar? We had seen that yesterday in quite depth and detail. Harsh gave the answer Chandragupta 2, Himanshu, CG 2, Ashish. Yes, wonderful guys. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Great one, great one. Everyone, Bhuvnesh, Mehak, Shantanu, Vijendra, Mari. Very good, very good. My second question, I'll be asking just 5 questions, okay? My second question to you guys is, the book Shilpadikaram was being written by. Yes, the book Shilpadikaram was being written by. Fast. Very good, Himanshu, Nivedita, Rishi, Rahan, Harsh, Ilango Adigal, Amisha. Very good, very good. Very good, very good. Abhishek, very good. Third question. And the third question is related to Vedic period. Now, during Vedic period, okay, like, chalo, I'll ask you a question out of the box. Okay. So, because usually what happens by now, it's almost 4 to 5 lectures of ancient Indian history, and I have narrated you more than 10 to 15 stories. Okay. So, in that case, many a times I don't ask you to note down those facts. But let me ask you one of the questions so that I can understand that how many of you are patiently and keenly listening to me. Okay. Guys, I had given you an example wherein I gave an example where a princess from Vedic period, she has done a prosthetic limb surgery. Okay. And in that case, this actually exemplifies the surgical techniques prevalent at that time. So can you name the princess? Yes. I can understand that how many of you are actually listening to me. Okay, Bhuvnesh. Very good, Amisha. Very good, Kaba. Very good. Out of more than approximately, yes, the answer. Very good, Pavitra. Vishpal was the princess. More than almost like 120 students, but only 4 to 5 have answered. Prarthana, very good. Maninder, very good. My fourth question to you guys is, I've talked about the spy system of the Mauryas, and in the spy system, I've said that the spy system was headed by. So who was the head of the spy system? Yes. Fast, I had given you the example of IB Raw, stationery, and so on. Rishi, wonderful. He was the first one to give the answer, followed by Vijendra, and the answer is correct. Amisha, Priyanshu, Harsh. Very good. Answer to this question is good Purush. I repeat, Rahan, very good, very good, very good. Good Purush. Okay. Next question. Last one. Okay. And this question is a bit tougher. And in that case, I'll tell you about one thing. I have mentioned about Rock Edict number 5 of Ashok. And in that, I've told you every human is my child. Apart from this, I've talked about one officer and his responsibility was to propagate Dhamma. Name them. Yes. Very good, Harsh. Very good, Himanshu. Param, Rahan, Lopamudra, Amisha, Snehal. Very good, every one of you. Pratap, no, Pratap. Actually, it is Mahamatra Pratap, but it is actually Dhamma Mahamatra, the complete one. Very good, everyone. Very good. I'm really happy that you guys are revising the concepts. That's really great. Now, let's begin with the administration of the Guptas. Now, just listen to me very, very carefully. It is similar to the administration of Mauryas. Okay? Just go into the bit of background. Just try to analyze. I've told you in the Mauryas specifically that king was at the apex of the administration. King was assisted in performance of his duties by council of ministers called as Mantri Parishad. And Mantri Parishad was headed by Pradhan Mantri or Mantri Parishad Adhyaksha. Similarly here, same thing. And what is that? At the apex of the administration, we have Rajan or Swami or the king. And the Gupta rulers used to assume exalted titles, very heavy titles. Like what did Gupta rulers believe? They believed in the theory of divinity of the rulers. I'll give you a very simple example. We believe that specifically in the theory of hereditary. I'll give you a very simple example. Like Chandragupta Maurya was being succeeded by his son Bindusar. Bindusar was succeeded by his son Ashok. But here specifically, Gupta rulers believe that we have been sent by gods to rule over the people. Theory of divinity. In fact, the Gupta rulers assumed huge titles like Maharaj, Maharaja Dhiraj, Param Bhatarak. In fact, Parameshwar. Samudragupta assumed the title Parameshwar. Why? Because he was compared to various Vedic gods like Yam, god of death, Kuber, god of wealth, correct? Indra, god of rain and god of war. So in that case, what happens? They assumed exalted titles. So at the apex of the administration was the Rajan, king. Now, king was assisted in performance of his duties by whom? Mantri Parishad. And Mantri Parishad was headed by one person, and that person is referred as Pradhan Mantri. Similar like the Mauryas. Now, moving ahead. As I've told you, in the Mauryan Empire, as per Kautilya's Arthashastra, there were 33 to 34 departments. And there were head of different departments. And in fact, we have noted down 5 to 6 important departments. Similarly, here as well, there were different departments. First one was Mahabaladhikrat. He was commander-in-chief of the army. Then comes specifically Mahanarpati. That is infantry. Infantry means the foot soldiers. Then comes Maha-Ashwapati. Ashwa, it's a Sanskrit word for horse. So, Maha-Ashwapati, he is the head of cavalry department, horses. Maha-Mahipalpati, he is the head of elephants department. So, Mahabhaladikrat, specifically is the commander-in-chief of the army, Senapati. Narpati, that is infantry, foot soldiers. Ashwapati, Ashwapati means cavalry. So, horses basically means cavalry. Ashwapati. Mahipalpati, Mahipal, Gaj, or all these are the terms related to elephants. So, head of the elephant section. Chief Justice, Mahadandanayak. Mahapratihar, royal houses. Okay? Dandapashika, police department. So, these are the important departments during the Gupta period. I repeat the points again in short. At the apex of the administration, we have king. The Gupta rulers believed in something called as theory of divinity, that is divine origin of the rulers. Gupta rulers assumed exalted titles like Maharaja, Maharaja Dhiraj, Parameshwar, Param Bhatarak. Okay? Now, Gupta rulers were assisted in performance of their duties by whom? Council of Ministers. These Council of Ministers are referred as Mantri Parishad. Mantri Parishad is headed by Pradhan Mantri. Simple words, Pradhan Mantri is acting as a channel of communication between the ruler and finally the whom? Council of Ministers. Similarly, like Mauryan Empire, we had seen, Mauryan Empire was divided into different provinces. Similarly here, Gupta Empire was also divided into different provinces. And these provinces were called as Bhukti. Who is going to head the Bhukti? Bhukti is going to be headed by provincial governors. And these provincial governors are referred as Uparika. So very simple words, the entire central administration would be taken care by king and his Mantri Parishad. Provincial administration, provinces, Rajya, the provinces were referred as Bhukti and the administration was being taken care by provincial governors. They usually belong to the royal family and they were referred as Uparika. Now, further it was divided into small district. District were referred as Pradesh. Pradesh were headed by Ayukt. And finally, it was divided into small villages and villages were referred as Gram, headed by Gramika. Okay, like in very simple language, very simple words, pay attention carefully. At the apex of the administration, we have king. King is assisted in performance of his duties by council of ministers, that is Mantri Parishad. Now, the entire administration of Gupta is further divided into small provinces. These provinces are called as Bhukti. These Bhuktis would be further headed by whom? It would be headed by specifically governors. Who are the governors? They actually belong to the royal families. So these governors are referred as Uparikas. Further, these provinces are divided into small district. These districts are referred as Pradesh. And Pradesh is headed by Ayukt. Ayukt, today we call it as commissioner. Correct? Like guys, many a times what happens, there are many posts we have taken from the ancient India as well and medieval India as well. I'll give you a very small example. You might have heard about the post called as Patwari. Have you heard about this? Village accountant. It was prevalent from the time of the Mughals. Another post, Kanungo, prevalent from the time of Mughals. You might have heard about Thana and Daroga system. That was adopted by the Britishers, particularly Governor General Lord Cornwallis. So there are many things that we have adopted from the past as well. So provinces were referred as Bhukti. Bhukti were headed by Uparikas. They were further divided into district. District was referred as Pradesh, headed by Ayukt. District is further divided into small towns. Tehsil. You might have heard Tehsil, Taluka, town. So this was headed, it was referred as Pura. And Pura was headed by Purapal. So towns are called as Pura. And finally comes Gram. Gram means village, headed by Gramika. Clear? Now, one concept. Two concepts, Vithi and Vishti. Direct question has been asked, what is Vithi? Very simple words. Vithi means group of villages. And Vishti means bonded labor or forced labor. Okay, I'll repeat the points again in short. Apex, king. Below it, provinces were referred as Bhukti, headed by Uparika. Below it, district, referred as Pradesh, headed by Ayukt. Below it, Tehsil, Taluka or town, headed by Purapal, also referred as Pura. And finally comes the basic unit of the administration, village. Village was referred as Gram, headed by Gramika. Clear? Clear? Any query, any question, any doubt? Yes, guys. Clear. Very good. First, draw this and then I'll make you note down few important aspects. First, draw this. Thanks, Nivedita. Thanks, Lopmudra, Shantanu. What about others? Is it clear now? Please ask me any question, guys. If you feel like the concept is not clear, my basic agenda throughout your teaching is getting the points clear. Yes, Grampati is also right, Ramkaran. Okay, very good, everyone. Very good. Now, please note this down first, and then I'll make you note down something else. Yes, Joel, once more. At the apex, king. King is assisted by Council of Ministers, Mantri Parishad. It is further divided into provinces, Rajya. Like our India is a country. We have a Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. Correct? Similarly, our country is divided into different states. So these states were referred as Bhukti. And Bhukti was headed by Uparika. Now our states are further divided into district. Now, district was referred as Pradesh. Pradesh was headed by Ayukt. Our districts are further divided into Taluka, Tehsil or town, was referred as Pura, headed by Purapal. And further it is divided into villages. Villages are referred as Gram, headed by Gramika. Clear? Ravi Teja and Joel, I have explained this 4th time. Is it clear now? Yes, Imanshu, thank you. Okay. Bhuvnesh, it's not Mithi, it is Vithi. Vithi means group of villages. And Vishti means bonded labor or forced labor. Okay? Yes, Bonala Ravi Teja, I have explained this point 4th time. Is it clear? Because I want every aspect of my student to get cleared. Please note this down. Hamam, you did not understand. Shall I explain again? Hamam, listen to me carefully. 5th time I am explaining the same concept. Acha, it's clear. Okay. Yes, you have to note the Vithi part. Yes. I'll dictate. First of all, note this. Very good, Harsh. Very good. Besides king, I have written Mantri Parishad. Okay. Now, please note down. King was referred as Swami. King was referred as Swami. We'll go in a step-by-step manner. Okay. King was assisted in performance of his duties by Mantri Parishad, Dhanush, there's no need to leave any pages. I've just started dictating. Before this, I was explaining. Okay. King was assisted in performance of his duties by Mantri Parishad. Next point. Gupta rulers assumed titles like Maharaja Dhiraj, King of Kings, Parmeshwar, Mantri Parishad was headed by Pradhan Mantri. Mantri Parishad was headed by Pradhan Mantri. Important ministers include not to note down every. First one, Mahanarpati. Note in the order that I'm telling you. Mahanarpati, head of infantry. Infantry means foot soldiers. Head of infantry. Mahaashwapati. Ashwa means horse. Head of cavalry. Mahamahipalpati. Mahipal or Gaj, it basically means elephant. Mahamahipalpati, elephant section. Mahabaladhikrat, commander-in-chief of the army, Senapati. Mahadandanayak, chief justice. Third one is Mahamahipalpati or Mahagajpati, head of elephant section, Shantanu. Mahabaladhikrat, Commander-in-Chief of the Army, Mahadandanayak, Chief Justice, and Dandapashika, Head of Police Department. Okay, let's move further. Gupta Empire was divided into different provinces referred as Bhukti. Gupta Empire was divided into different provinces referred as Bhukti. Bhukti was headed by Sanjay. The last point was Dandapashika. Dandapashika was a police officer. And now Gupta Empire was divided into different provinces. Deepak, Dandapashika, he was responsible for maintaining law and order. So he was the head of police department. Okay, Deepak? Gupta Empire was divided into different provinces referred as Bhukti, headed by provincial governor called as Uparika. Called as Uparika. Provinces were further divided into districts. Referred as Pradesh, headed by Ayukt. These are the units, these are the head of those units. Bhukti headed by Uparika, Hamam, and Pradesh district headed by Ayukt. Pradesh is further divided into sub-district, town, taluka or tehsil, called as Pura. Pradesh was further divided into sub-district, town, tehsil or taluka, referred as Pura, headed by Purapal. It was further divided into villages, referred as Gram, headed by Gramika or Gram Adhyaksha. Headed by Gramika or Gram Adhyaksha. Vithi was group of villages. Vithi was group of villages. Spelling of Purapal, P-U-R-A. P-U-R-A. Joel. Okay. Arun. Yes, Gramika, Gramini or Gram Adhyaksh. One and the same. Vithi was group of villages. Vishti was forced labor. Vishti was forced labor. Okay. So guys, now let me tell you about the fourth, not the fourth labor, forced labor, bonded labor. Okay, Rukmini. Thanks a lot, Vijendra. Thanks a lot. Shantanu, the head of the towns were called as Purapal because town was referred as Pura. Okay? No, Himanshu. Tax-free villages are different villages. What we say tax-free villages were called as Agrahara. Please note down if you want to note down. Agrahara, tax-free villages. Please note down Agrahara, tax-free villages. Okay, guys. Now, I have already spoken about the religion of the Gupta rulers. So before I speak about the Gupta, I'm explaining everything, Pratap. I will be speaking about the religion and I'll be speaking about the polity, both part. Okay. Now, listen to me very patiently. Listen to me very carefully. Buddhism and Jainism, they were not against Hinduism. Okay. Buddhism and Jainism were against the evil practices prevalent within Hinduism. Okay. Like we have seen during the later Vedic period, the society was majorly dominated by Kshatriya and Brahmins. And the most dominant language was Sanskrit language. Apart from this, education was just confined to the upper two castes. Women and Shudras were denied education in the later Vedic period. So against these practices came up Buddhism and Jainism. But with the arrival of Guptas, there was revival of ancient Vedic practices. Like sati system again became prevalent. Child marriage became prevalent. Apart from this, the condition of women became miserable. And there's a reason behind this. Whatever changes occur in the society, these changes are majorly instigated by the political changes. Correct? Even today, you can observe. Like, I'll give you a very simple example. I'm going into a bit of philosophy, but listen to me very carefully. You might have heard about something called a social contract theory. Now, what is social contract theory? It has its genesis right from the roots itself. Now, what happened? Initially, people were, during the prehistoric age, people used to live inside the caves. But with the passage of time, they started living in the groups. They started living in the guilds. Why? There was a reason behind that. Because they wanted to protect themselves from the wild animals. So they started living in groups. With the passage of time, they started living a semi-nomadic life. So what happened? The people who were living in the groups, they had to fight with the people of the other groups. And in that case, they started choosing the head of the group. Correct? So that head of the group is going to make decision on their behalf. This is called a social contract. What is happening right now? We are not sitting in the Vidhan Sabha. We are not sitting in the parliament. We are not sitting in the Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. But we choose our representative who sit in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha and make rules and regulations for us. So we have given our authority to them. They are going to frame rules and regulations for us. Correct? So what happens? Whatever political decisions have been taken by them will impact our society. Similarly here, the decisions taken by the king at that time usually impacted the society at that time. Later Vedic period, we have observed that there were 4 castes: Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. In early Vedic period, specifically, there was no specific thing that Brahmins have to teach, Kshatriya have to protect, Vaishya have to carry on business in the society. But in later Vedic period, it became compulsory. Gupta era, there was one more caste referred as caste of untouchables, referred by a derogatory name of Chandals. Like whenever they are entering into a village, they had to carry a broom along with them. Apart from that, they also had to carry a drum around their neck. So that whenever they are entering into the village, they had to beat that drum. Anyone who is coming in their way, they will fall aside so that their shadow won't fall on them. That was the condition of the society in this time. So the political changes were what? Political changes actually affected the social changes at that time. I have told you a Chinese traveler, Fa Hin, he visited the court of Chandragupta II, also referred as Vikramaditya. Correct? Fa Hin has mentioned all these aspects in his book, in his travelogue. Apart from this, if I speak about the religion perspective, so here Gupta rulers were majorly Vaishnavites. So who are Vaishnavites? Vaishnavites are worshippers of Lord Vishnu, Ram or Krishna. So we come to know here that Gupta rulers were followers of Vishnu. How? Because on majority of the coins we find goddess Lakshmi, and goddess Lakshmi is consort, wife of God Vishnu. We find eagle, Garud, and eagle is having a snake in his beak. And Garud or eagle is a symbol or Vahan of whom? Lord Vishnu. Hence, we come to know that Gupta rulers were followers of Hinduism, precisely Vaishnavism. Apart from this, Chandragupta too, he was worshipper of Lord Krishna. Hence, he was also called as Param Bhagwat. But one thing should be noted, although they followed Vaishnavism, but they still revered and respected various other religions. I had given you one or two examples. Samudragupta, who is also referred as Napoleon of India by Vincent Smith, he has given the permission to the ruler of Sri Lanka, Meghavarman, to construct a monastery at Bodh Gaya. And he himself donated land for that. He provided all the possible aid to Meghavarman for the construction of monastery. Skandagupta, one of the rulers, he has constructed more than 5 idols of Tirthankars. And Tirthankars are the rishis or acharyas of Jainism. So this simply highlights one thing. Although these people followed Vaishnavism, but still they were religious tolerant people or rulers. So this was majorly about the society and the religion prevalent at that time. Okay. So, yes, perfect, Himanshu. 10th Mandal, untouchables are, like, specifically you have a question, Laksh, untouchables. Like untouchables, they belong specifically to the 5th category. Okay. Laksh, at one place, Taluka, Tehsil, town, one thing. It is the same, Tehsil, Taluka, town. Okay? Bhuvnesh, why were the villages tax-free? There was a reason behind that. Okay, Gupta rulers usually donated lands to Brahmins. And when they donated the lands to the Brahmins, they made or exempted the Brahmins from payment of taxes. Such lands were tax-free. Bhuvnesh. Prathamesh, battle between Shaivites and Vaishnavites. See, there have been arguments over Shaivites and Vaishnavites. Shaivites are followers of Lord Shiva. Vaishnavites are followers of Vishnu, Ram or Krishna. But there have been no major battle. There have been conflicts. Okay. Is it clear? Laksh, then Prathamesh, Bhuvnesh and the others. Did you understand the religion of the society at that time? Okay. Now, let me focus on the literature part. And questions do crop up from the perspective of literature. My one question to you guys is, who wrote Abhigyan Shakuntalam? Yes, I'll be telling you one or two beautiful stories. Who wrote Abhigyan Shakuntalam? Any idea? Joel has answered Kalidas, Rahan, Kalidas, Lopamudra, Kalidas. Very good. Padum, Kalidas. James Bond. Nehru. Nehru has written Abhigyan Shakuntalam. Very good. I hope you would have answered Modi ji. Pabitra, Kalidas, Sanjay Kalidas, Nivedita Kalidas. Very good. Ranganath. Very good. Guys, what kind of questions can come? Who wrote Abhigyan Shakuntalam? Who was the author apart from Abhigyan Shakuntalam? Who was the author of this Malvika Agnimitram? Who was the author of Meghdut? Now, just listen to me carefully. If you want, you can make the chart along with me. Please draw it along with me so that it will become quite easier for you and it will save our time. Yes, draw this. Yes, Sanjay, you have to draw this. Meghdut, Ritu Samhar, Kumar Sambhav, Then Raghuvansh. Drama Abhigyan Shakuntalam, Vikramo Vashiyam, Malvika Agnimitram. Poem Meghdut, Ritu Samhar, Kumar Sambhav, and Raghuvansh. So I'll be telling about them. Just note down first. Yes, Vijendra. Malvika Agnimitram and Vikramo Vashyam is not only related to Vikramaditya. There are many others as well included in this. Okay, Tanisha, very good. Tanish, you have noted it. Very good, Tanish. Now listen to me carefully. Guys, have you heard about one thing? If you search about Kalidas, Kalidas was considered as a fool poet initially. Have you heard about this fact? I'm not joking. This is the truth. Have you heard about this? Kalidas was considered as a fool. Okay. Yes, he was considered as a fool initially. But he was given the blessings of Lord Kali and then he acquired wisdom and knowledge. So what is the story of Kalidas? How did he become one of the ministers in the court of Chandragupta II? And how did he write so many dramas? Let's understand about this. Okay, I'll tell the story. Listen to me. Now, once upon a time, there was a princess whose name was Vidyotma. Now, Vidyotma, right from her birth, she was very charming and beautiful. Apart from this, she was very intelligent as well. So her parents thought that she should be given highest quality of education, precisely in Sanskrit language. So a guru was chosen for her, Varuki, and he gave her all sorts of knowledge. One fine day, unknowingly, she insulted or humiliated her guru. And her guru Varuki became so angry that now he wanted to take revenge, or he wanted to teach a lesson to her disciple whose name was Vidyotama. So what happened? He became very angry and he was going through the road. When he was going through the road, he observed that there is a tree and a person is sitting on the branch of the tree and is cutting the same branch of the tree. So he started laughing, and just by passing, he said that, "You are a fool, you will fall down just within few minutes." That person didn't listen to him. As soon as this person, Varuki, moved a bit forward, he heard of a sound of falling of a branch along with that person. That person came running to Varuki and said, "You are a great astrologer. How did you come to know that I will fall?" Now Varuki was he was very annoyed. He was very infuriated. Are you a fool really? Okay. Are you a fool really? Don't you understand one thing, that you are cutting the same branch on which you are sitting? Obviously, you are going to fall down. He said, "No, you are a great astrologer. You know about my future. Please let me know about my future. People call me fool. Will I be able to attain knowledge? Will I be able to gain something in my life?" Varuki thought he is the best person to take revenge from the princess. At that time, princess had made an announcement. Anybody who is going to defeat me in the Shastrarth, debates and discussion, I will marry that person. But one thing should be noted. The Shastrarth would be in sign language. The debate would be in sign language. Many of the rulers came, but nobody could answer the questions asked by this lady Vidyotma, because the entire competition was in sign language. Varuki thought that this fool Kalidas is the best person to take revenge from this lady Vidyotma. Okay. He was given the dress of a minister, a beautiful dress, abhushan or ornaments were given to that person, and they all went to the court of Vidyotma. Vidyotma had put a condition: the competition would be in sign language, no other language. Okay. The competition began. Vidyotma said this. Okay. Now Vidyotma was trying to say, there is only soul, there is only Atman. Kalidas, on the other hand, said this. Now, Vidyotma thought that he's a very intelligent person. I'm trying to say there is only soul, there is only Atman. But he has given a very beautiful answer. No, there is not only soul, there is Atman and Paramatman both. Soul and God both. So he's a very intelligent person. But what did actually Kalidas think? Do you know? If you pierce my one ear, I will pierce your 2 ears. Sorry, 2 eyes. If you pierce one of my eye, I'll pierce 2 of your eyes. Okay. Now, Vidyotma said this. Kalidas said this. Vidyotma again thought he is such an intelligent personality. I am saying this, he's saying this. Okay. Vidyotma is saying that the entire universe, the entire earth is made up of 5 elements. And she thought that this person, Kalidas, is answering, until and unless these 5 elements come together, there cannot be creation of this earth. But actually, Kalidas was saying, if you slap me, I will box you. So, in that case, this lady Vidyotma, she was very much impressed by Kalidas. And now she said, I will marry this person because he's a very intelligent person. He's full of wisdom. Now, both of them get married. After some time, she realizes that I have married a fool. And she discards Kalidas. Now, Kalidas, he was troubled by the society. And he started worshipping goddess Kali. Kali gave him the boon of knowledge and wisdom. And it is said that in the coming years, he became a poet. He became a historian in the court of Chandragupta II, also referred as Vikramaditya or Simha Vikram or Sakar, that is destroyer of Sakas. Now, Kalidas, he was a romantic poet. He has written many poems. He has written many dramas. Okay, one of the most famous dramas of Kalidas is Abhigyan Shakuntalam. Okay, and this drama of Kalidas has become very famous. Okay, and Kalidas, specifically, it is believed that this drama rotates around few important characters such as Vishwamitra, then Menaka, Shakuntala, Dushyant, and Kanva Rishi. So, what is the actual story of Abhigyana Shakuntalam? Listen to me, again a very interesting story. There was a sage, Vishwamitra. We had studied about Vishwamitra, Mandal 3 of Rigved, correct? Gayatri Mantra. So, sage Vishwamitra, he was meditating once upon a time. And Indra sent an Apsara named as Menaka, a beautiful lady, what we say referred as Menaka, to disturb him. In that case, Vishwamitra, he came out of his penance. And Vishwamitra and Apsara Menaka had a daughter referred as Shakuntala. Now, right from her birth, she was being discarded. But she was intelligent. Why? Because her father, Vishwamitra, was an intelligent personality. And she was very pretty and beautiful. Why? Because her mother was an Apsara, Menaka. So she was being discarded right from the childhood. So a very small, little, pretty girl, she went into the ashram of Kanva Rishi. And Kanva Rishi was running a Gurukul and he was teaching many students there. Now, she started, what we say, staying in the ashram. And she was raised like a daughter of Kanva Rishi. So one fine, like it is said that she became very intelligent with the passage of time. How? Because when Kanva Rishi used to teach the students Sanskrit, she used to listen to that. So she was not only pretty and beautiful. This is nothing but example of beauty with brain. And in that case, she became intelligent as well. One fine day, Kanva Rishi had to go somewhere out to perform yagna. And he gave the entire responsibility of the ashram to Shakuntala and said, if any of the Rishi Munis come to the ashram, feed them proper food. Take care of the small students in the ashram. She said, okay. He left. Now, in the jungles, there was a ruler of Hastinapur who came for hunting. The ruler of Hastinapur's name was Dushyant. So when Dushyant came to for hunting, he met another Rishi who was meditating there. Both of them came to the ashram and they asked for water. As soon as Dushyant saw Shakuntala, he was very fascinated. And similarly, Dushyant was also a handsome personality. Shakuntala was also fascinated towards him. Now, he proposed her for marriage, but he said that you are a daughter of a Rishi. Nobody is going to accept you. I am giving you this ring. And whenever you come to Hastinapur, show this ring. They will allow you into my palace. Next time, he moves on. Now, what happens? After some time, as I've told you, Kanva Rishi before leaving, he had said, if any Rishi Muni comes to the ashram, feed him proper food. Now, at that time, another Rishi, Durvasa, a very angry Rishi, comes here. And at the gates of the ashram, he shouts out, Bhiksham Dehi, give me something to eat. Now, he saw that this lady, Shakuntala, was sitting, but she was lost in somebody else's thoughts. And she hardly paid attention to what Durvasa Rishi was saying. Again, he said, Bhiksham Dehi. For the third time, he said, Bhiksham Dehi. Now he got very angry and he gave her a curse. You are lost in the thoughts of a person, a king. He will forget you. Immediately, she comes out of her dream and she started begging. She started crying in front of the Rishi, but he leaves the ashram. Kanva Rishi comes, and when Kanva Rishi comes, she takes her permission to go to Hastinapur. When she goes to Hastinapur, she was, drinking water from a particular river. And mistakenly, the ring that was given by Dushyant slips away in the river water. She goes to Hastinapur and king did not recognize her. Who are you? Throw her out of the palace. This instruction was given to the guards. She came up crying to Kanva Rishi and narrated the entire story. Kanva Rishi called Durvasa Rishi. Durvasa Rishi said, the place where you stopped for drinking water, okay, there was a fish and this ring has been galloped by a particular fish. Go into a particular market. Here you will find a fisherman, and in that, stomach or belly of that fish, you will find that ring. She goes in that direction. She finds the fisherman. She gets the ring and finally goes to Hastinapur and marries Dushyant. The son of Dushyant and Shakuntala is Bharat. And this entire plot or entire story has been narrated in a book called as Abhigyan Shakuntalam, or a drama written by Kalidas. Did you understand? Wasn't that an interesting story about Kalidas, Abhigyan Shakuntalam, and so on? Yes, guys? So this was one of the dramas of Kalidas, okay? Then another important drama. Yes. Another important drama that you have to remember is, yes, thank you. Yes, Bharat, who are later called as Kuru. Very good, Rishi, very good. Thanks, Vijendra. So Vikramavashiyam, it is another story which talk about a Vedic king whose name was Pururava and Urvashi. So just remember Vikramavashiyam, Malvika Agnimitram. If you remember Shunga dynasty, we have studied. The founder of Shunga dynasty was Pushyamitra Shunga. He was a fanatic Brahmin. Okay. And in that case, it is said that he destroyed many stupas. But he was succeeded by his son, Agnimitra Shunga. And Agnimitra Shunga was a liberal ruler. Okay. Although a Brahmin, but still he revered and respected various other religions. He reconstructed the Sanchi Stupa. Very good, Priyanshu. He reconstructed the Sanchi Stupa. So there is a love story of Agnimitra. So Agnimitra falls into love with a maid servant whose name was Malvika. And the entire story is called as Malvika Agnimitram. So these are the three important dramas that you have to remember concerning Kalidas. These are the four important poems associated with Kalidas. There are many dramas, there are many poems, but these are the important ones. One is Meghdut, second is Ritu Samhar. Ritu means season, Samhar means emotions. Emotions of lovers in different seasons. Then comes Kumar Sambhav and Raghuvansh. So these are the poems and dramas associated with Kali Das. Clear? So please note down. Yes, guys. Yes, Priyanshu. Perfect. He rebuilt the stupa. Vikramavashiyam, it's a story of Pururavas, a Vedic king, and Urvashi. It's again a long story. So just note down the names of these stories. Okay. Fast. Please note down. Drama of, the most important drama of Kalidas is Abhigyan Shakuntalam. Note down fast. The most important drama of Kalidas is Abhigyan Shakuntalam, which rotates around few important characters like Sage Vishwamitra, Apsara Menka, Shakuntala, Dushyant, king of Hastinapur, and finally Kanava Rishi. Important poems include, yes, I'll repeat the names, Prathamesh. Sage Vishwamitra, Apsara Menka, Shakuntala, Dushyant, king of Hastinapur, and Kanva Rishi, Kanva. Clear, Prathamesh and Joel? Kanva, Kanva. Vipin, apart from these slides, the PDFs are uploaded on the Telegram channel. And I guess the PDF would also be uploaded on what we say the app. So Vipin, you can download from either of the places. Here, whatever explanation I'm giving, please try to note it down along with me because I'm giving the crux of the entire thing that has been provided to you. Got the points clear, Vipin? Yes, Mehak, you have a very good question. Since there were many not evil practices, but since there were practices which were very derogatory that were prevalent, but why it is called as Golden Age? Gupta Age saw the era of temple architecture. For the first time, we had a systematic fashion of temple architecture. Okay, like there was proper Garbhagriha in which the deity was being kept. In front of the Garbhagriha, there was a space which was called as Antaral. Above Garbhagriha, you will find this concept called as Shikhar. Above Shikhar, there was Dhwaj. Above Dhwaj, there was Kalash. So there was a systematic fashion of temple architecture. Hence, Gupta age is also referred as what? Golden Age. Is it clear, Mehak? Pratap. Trade in the Gupta period was very prosperous. Now, why the trade in the Gupta period was very prosperous? There's a reason behind that. As I've told you, the entire northern, eastern, and the western part was being covered by the Guptas. Okay? Since the entire northern, western, and eastern part was being covered, so what happened in that case? They had affinity towards sea. And when they have an access towards sea, there would be a vibrant trade at that time. Okay? So, hope so. The point is clear. Who had asked me? Pratap. Pratap, am I clear? Mehak, am I clear? Laksh. It was a golden period for infrastructure. Exactly. Not majorly for the people. Correct. Okay. Is it clear, Pratap and Laksh? Rukmini, you are not able to find out the PDF on the app. How to download it? You can download it from the Telegram channel. The Telegram channel is IB ACIO English batch. Okay. So, please note this. Poems, Meghdut, Ritu Samhar, Kumar Sambhav, and Raghuvansh. Yes, Durvasha Rishi is also one of the characters, Hamom. Now, few other books that are from this age, particularly, I'll tell you one book, which is called as Swapna Vasav Dutt. And the author of Swapna Vasav Dutt was Bhasa. Okay? Yes, Madhav, you have a question? Don't worry, I won't take this question after the class. I'll take it now itself. Do you believe in Aryan invasion theory? Okay. See, I'll tell you one thing. The most important aspect that we need to understand about Aryan invasion theory, many of them believe that Aryan invasion theory is a disputed theory. Correct. So my personal belief is Aryan invasion theory. I'm telling about my belief. I'm not talking about the historian's perspective. In that case, Aryan invasion theory, to an extent that have been taught to us, is a bit distorted theory. Okay, because it's just a thesis that have been portrayed. In yesterday's class, I've talked about something called as Lemuria. I've talked something about Kumari Kandam, correct? So I have tried to co-link the Lemuria, the lost continent, the theory given by Philip Scarlett, a British zoologist, and Kumari Kandam mentioned in our Sangam text. It's a thesis. It needs to be proven. Similarly, Aryans, they came from Central Asia. Aryans came to India through Khyber Pass located in Hindu Kush mountains. It is a probability. It is one of the reasons for destruction of Indus Valley civilization, not the only reason. So Aryan invasion theory, in my perception, is not complete truth. The theory given by Max Muller. Okay, who had asked me the question? Mayank had asked me the question. Madhav. Okay, Madhav? Okay. Now, Swapna Vasav Dutt, another important book written by Bhas. Okay. Yes, Sanjay, all the books are in Sanskrit language. All the books. Last line, what? Joel, the last line of this one. I've talked about Abhigana Shakuntalam Vikramavashiyam. So I have just narrated this and nothing else apart from this. Now I'm going to tell you about Swapna Vasav Dutt written by Bhas. Okay, I have not narrated anything about this. Yes, Deepak, you have to write down the important poems as well. There have been questions in the exam. Prathamesh, Kanva. Kanva Rishi was a Rishi. Actually, he supported this small girl whose name was Shakuntala. Because right from her birth, she was being discarded. Okay, Prathamesh? Now, Swapna Vasav Dutt. If you remember, I have talked about one Mahajanpad which is referred as Vatsa Mahajanpad. And the ruler of Vatsa Mahajanpad was Udayan. Correct? So the story of Udayan, okay, and another lady of Magad whose name was Padmavati, that story is called as Swapna Vasav Dutt. And it was written by Bhasa. So please note down fast. Swapna Vasav Dutt. Okay, was written by Bhas. Another important author, Swapna Vasav Dutt, was written by Bhas. The story rotates around what's ruler Udayan and Padmavati of Magad. Shishupal Vad. Do you remember the story of Shishupal? Yes, I've told you, Shishupal. He belonged to which Mahajanpad? Yes. Do you remember the story? I'll narrate the story again in short. No Harsh, it was not Mallam. There are two Mahajanpads we had studied in depth and detail which are located in Madhya Pradesh. Very good, Pratap. Very good, Amisha, Priyanshu, Vijendra. There are two Mahajanpads that are located in Madhya Pradesh. One Mahajanpad is Avanti, one is Chedi. Okay. So, Shishupal, he was the ruler of Chedi Mahajanpad. And as I've told you, Shishupal, he was born to Shruta and Dhammagosh. Okay. Shruta and Dhammagosh. So, in that case, what happened? Like when he was born, his body was completely asymmetric. So, an astrologer suggested his parents that keep this boy on lap of what we say all your relatives. But in that case, on one relative's lap, his body will come into proper symmetry, but he would be killing that person. So when this child was kept on the lap of Lord Krishna, it is said that his body became symmetric. At that time, her mother took a vow from Krishna that you won't be killing my son. But Krishna said, no, I cannot change the destiny. I'll do one thing by using my discretionary powers, that for 100 times, I will, I will spare his mistake. But on the 100th mistake, I'll have to kill him. So Shishupal was being beheaded by Lord Krishna with his Sudarshan Chakra. And this entire episode is called as Shishupal Vad. And this story was written by Magha. So please note down, Shishupal Vad was written by Magha. Please note down. Manasa, the characters of Swapna Vasav Dutt were Udayan, Vedic king Udayan, and Padmavati. Okay, so please note down, Shishupal Vad was written by Magha. Another important book, Ravan Vad, was written by Bhati. Ravan Vad was written by Bhati. Another important book, Panchatantra, Pandit Vishnu Shankar. Panchatantra, Pandit Vishnu Shankar. Okay. Now let me tell you about Harshvardhan in short. So these were the major things that you need to remember about the Gupta rulers. Okay. Did you understand things? After Harshvardhan, we'll take a short break of 5 to 10 minutes and then again we'll gather and we'll continue till 4:15, 4:20, 4:30. Okay? Because today I have to start with the basics of medieval India. Basics. Now, who was the ruler of Vardhan dynasty? Yes, Vijendra, I've talked about religion. I've talked about religion. I've talked about society. They were the followers of Vaishnavism. No, Ashwin. Ashish. It was not the same Harshvardhan who lost against the Mughals. No. Okay. Just remember one thing. In religion, that Gupta rulers were followers of Vaishnavism. Just note down that and nothing else. Okay? Now listen to me very carefully. Pushyabhutis, listen to me very carefully. Okay. Sanjay, Ravan Vad, it was being written by Bhati, Bhati. Now, Pushyabhutis or Vardhan dynasty rulers, particularly, they were feudatories of Gupta. Now, who are feudatories? Okay. As I've told you, Samudragupta. Okay. Samudragupta, he followed the policy of expansionism and imperialism and he continuously expanded his kingdom. In that case, what happened? When Samudragupta continuously expanded his kingdom, precisely speaking, at that point of time, there were many rulers who accepted his suzerainty, that we will pay you certain annual tax. And whenever you need our help, we are ready to help you out. So Vardhan, who were located in the region of Thaneshwar, okay, pay attention carefully. They were initially the feudatory of Gupta rulers. They had accepted the, what we say specifically, the suzerainty of the Gupta rulers. And the founder of Pushyabhuti dynasty or Vardhan dynasty was Prabhakar Vardhan. Pay attention. The founder of Vardhan dynasty or Pushyabhuti dynasty was Prabhakar Vardhan. Now, Prabhakar Vardhan, he had two sons, Rajyavardhan and Harshvardhan. Okay? And he had one daughter referred as Rajyashri. So, please understand in a step-by-step manner. I'm going slowly so that you can understand things in a better manner. Initially, the Pushyabhutis or the Vardhans were the feudatories of Guptas. They were ruling in Thaneshwar or Sthaneshwar, precisely located in Haryana. Now, the founder of Vardhan dynasty was Prabhakar Vardhan. And Prabhakar Vardhan had two sons, that is Rajyavardhan and Harshvardhan, and one daughter, that is Rajyashri. Okay? Now, Prabhakar Vardhan died. He passed away. When he died, on the throne sat his elder son, whose name was Rajyavardhan. Okay? So Rajyavardhan, he sat on the throne after the death of his father. Now what happened? Everyone believes in strengthening one's power. And we have seen throughout the ancient India, the best way to strengthen one's power and influence is matrimonial alliances. So what happened? There was a neighboring kingdom, and that neighboring kingdom was referred as Mokhari. Mokharis rule over the region of Mathura and Kannauj. And the ruler of Mokhari was Grihavarman. Okay? Prabhakar Vardhan, he died. After his death, his elder son sat on the throne. The name of his elder son was Rajyavardhan. Now, Rajyavardhan, his neighboring kingdom was Mokhari. Mokharis ruled particularly in the region of western UP, precisely Mathura and Kannauj. So now, this person, Rajyavardhan, he wanted to strengthen his position. And the best way to strengthen his position was matrimonial alliances. And at that time, the ruler of Mokhari was who? Grihavarman. He saw this as a best opportunity. So what did Rajyavardhan do? He married his sister Rajyashri to Grihavarman. Okay? He married his sister Rajyashri to Grihavarman. From now onwards, Vardhan dynasty or Pushyabhuti dynasty ruling in the region of Haryana and Mokharis ruling in the region of Kannauj and Mathura in western UP became good friends. In fact, they became good relatives. Now what happened? This was not liked by two people. One person was ruler of Malwa, whose name was Devagupt. And second person was ruler of Bengal, whose name was Shashank. Now what happened? Ruler of Malwa, Devagupt, and ruler of Bengal, Shashank, both were having an eye over Kannauj. So what happened? In that case, suppose if they attack the region of Kannauj, what will happen? Obviously, the ruler of Kannauj, Grihavarman, he would be helped by Rajyavardhan because they have entered into matrimonial alliances. So now, they both became very angry. They did not like this matrimonial alliance. So what happened here? Devagupt and Shashank, both of them killed Grihavarman. Got the point till here? Is it clear till here? Please answer in the comment section. If it is not clear, I'll explain again. Is it clear till here? Okay, everyone, it's clear. Joel, I'll explain again. A bit clear, Prathamesh. Okay, I'll explain again. Just listen to me. Prabhakar Vardhan, I'll again explain in 1 minute within short. Please listen to me. Prabhakar Vardhan, he was the founder of Pushyabhuti dynasty, or what we say Vardhan dynasty. He had two sons, Rajyavardhan and Harshvardhan, and one daughter, Rajyashri. Now, after his death, sat on the throne his elder son, Rajyavardhan. Now, Rajyavardhan wanted to strengthen his position, and the best way to strengthen one's position and power is entering into matrimonial alliance. So what did Rajyavardhan do? Rajyavardhan, he married his sister Rajyashri to the ruler of neighboring kingdom, and the neighboring kingdom was Mokhari, and the ruler was Grihavarman. So he entered into matrimonial alliance. He strengthened his position, but this was not liked by the ruler of Malwa, Devagupt, and ruler of Bengal, Shashank. Both of them killed Grihavarman. This is what I have explained till here. Is it clear, Joel and Prathamesh, now? So, it was Rehan, directly, it was a battle that was being fought, and treacherously they killed whom? Grihavarman. Now what happened? This person, Rajyavardhan, he got very angry. Why? Because his sister Rajyashri, she has become a widow. Her husband has been killed by them. So what happens here? Rajyavardhan wants to take the revenge of this. So what does Rajyavardhan do? He attacks Devgupt, the ruler of Malwa. And when he attacks Devgupt, the ruler of Malwa, what happens? He defeats him. And he was going back to his capital again. When he was going back to his capital, what happened? Shashank killed Rajyavardhan and he occupied the region of Kannauj. Clear? I will explain. After death of Grihavarman, his sister Rajyashree, she became a widow. And this was not liked by Rajyavardhan. And he knew this. She became widow because of the two people, two rulers, Devgupt and Shashank, the ruler of Bengal. So Rajyavardhan, he led an expedition to Malwa. He defeated Devgupt and he was coming back to his capital. And when he was coming back to capital, Shashank killed him on the way. So what happened? Grihavarman, he is out of the game. Rajyavardhan, he is out of the game. And at this time, this person Shashank, he has occupied the region of Kannauj. Now he has occupied the region of Kannauj. Who will sit on the throne of Pushyabhuti dynasty now? Harshvardhan, he will sit on the throne of Pushyabhuti dynasty, the younger brother of Rajyavardhan. As soon as Harshvardhan sat on the throne, he killed Shashank and acquired Kannauj. So now their capital became Kannauj. After this, Harshvardhan, he defeated Dhruvasen, the ruler of Gujarat. In fact, he also wanted to defeat Pulakesin, the Chalukyan ruler. But he faced a very humiliating defeat, insulting defeat from the hands of Pulakesin. It is said that Harshvardhan, in his court, specifically what happened? In his court, there was a person or there was a Chinese traveler whose name was Yun Sang. And he conducted two assembly. One was Kannauj assembly, for spreading Buddhism, and second was Prayag assembly. Harshvardhan, he has composed three important Sanskrit works: Priyadarshika, Nagananda, and Ratnavali. I repeat, Priyadarshika, Nagananda, and Ratnavali. Are the points clear? Yes, please. Yes, Laksh. If he killed Rajyavardhan, why he did not sit in Vardhan dynasty? Listen to me, because as I've told you, his only idea was to acquire Kannauj. And as soon as he killed Rajyavardhan, immediately Harshvardhan sat on the throne. He sat on the Kannauj. So he was being killed by Harshvardhan. Clear? Who has asked me the question? Laksh Singh? Yes, Pulakesin was victorious in that. Clear, guys? Yes, Laksh, is it clear? This is nothing, my friend, but Game of Thrones. Yes, Hamam, I'll give a break, just 2 minutes, just 5 minutes. I'll also explain Satvahan dynasty within 1 or 2 minutes, and then we'll take a break because it's factual in nature. Please note this down. First, this part. Yes. Just note whatever is written in yellow color. Other things I'm dictating you. Okay? Whatever is written in yellow color, please note that down. Noted? Once you note, please let me know so that I will start dictating. Once you note, please answer in the comment section. Noted. That's it. Okay, Bhuvnesh, Rehan, Prathamesh, Dhanush, Atul. Yes, start writing. Prarthana, very good. Priyanshu, okay. Start writing. Pushyabhutis or the Vardhans okay, Mehak, start writing. Pushyabhuti or Vardhans were feudatories of Guptas. Vardhan dynasty was being founded by Prabhakar Vardhan. Naresh, feudatories means supporters. They were paying them land revenue. Okay. Prabhakar Vardhan, is it clear, Naresh? Prabhakar Vardhan was the founder of Vardhan dynasty. He had two, yes, Samanta kings, perfect, Samanta system, which is referred as. He had two sons, Rajyavardhan and Harshvardhan. And one daughter, Rajyashri. One daughter, Rajyashri. Pratap, Kannauj was the most important spot, not only from the time of these rulers. Kannauj was an important spot previously as well, because it was epicenter of trade and activities from the time of Mahajanpads itself. As I've told you, Mathura and Kannauj, these were the regions which are located at the junction of Uttarapath and Dakshinapath. So Kannauj was very strategically important. Okay? Yes, very good, Priyanshu. Rajyashri. Rahan, Hunas are one of the reasons, not the only reason. Later Gupta rulers were also weak in that case. Okay? Yes, Prathamesh. The sister's name was Rajyashri. Okay. Rajyavardhan married his sister Rajyashri to Grihavarman. Rajyavardhan married his sister Rajyashri to Grihavarman. The ruler of Mokharis, who ruled over Mathura and Kannauj. Who ruled over Mathura and Kannauj. This marriage alliance was not liked by Devgupt, ruler of Malwa, and Sashank, the ruler of Bengal. Devagupt and Shashank killed Grihavarman. Devagupt and Shashank killed Grihavarman. Later on, Shashank killed Rajyavardhan. Later on, Shashank killed Rajyavardhan and occupied Kannauj. Yes, Kannauj was in Panchal. Very good. Joel, we actually did not miss that point. The point was actually like Rajyavardhan attacked Devgupt, the ruler of Malwa. So in that case, he was being defeated. So we didn't miss that point. We actually skipped that point. Okay. So Shashank, he killed Rajyavardhan and occupied Kannauj. Harshvardhan. He defeated Shashank and occupied Kannauj. Harshvardhan also defeated Dhruv Sen. Harshvardhan also defeated Dhruv Sen, the ruler of Gujarat. Harshvardhan was defeated by Pulakesin. Harshvardhan was defeated by Pulakesin, the Chalukyan ruler. As mentioned in Aiol inscription. Harshvardhan was defeated by Pulakesin as mentioned in Aiol inscription. Yes, Raghu, Pulakesin 2, to be precise. Okay. Kannauj is second capital. Yes, very good, Sanjay. Pulakesin 2, Vijayendra, it is Pulakesin 2, not 1. Yes. Harshvardhan was defeated by Pulakesin 2, the Chalukyan ruler, as mentioned in Aiol inscription. Is it clear, Rishabh? Atul, your point is Dhruv Sen. Harshvardhan defeated Dhruv Sen, the ruler of Gujarat. Yun Sang, a Chinese traveler. Yun Sang a Chinese traveler visited the court of Harshvardhan. Kannauj Assembly and Prayag Assembly. Kannauj Assembly and Prayag Assembly. Yes, Faheen in Gupta time, Yun Sang in Vardhan time. Correct. Kannauj Assembly and Prayag Assembly were convened by Harshvardhan. Yun Sang, a Chinese traveler, visited the court of Harshvardhan. That was a point, Prathamesh. Yes, perfect, Harsh, to support Buddhism or to propagate Buddhism. Kannauj Assembly and Prayag Assembly was convened by Harshvardhan. Yes, Deepak, Pulakesin was the ruler of Western Chalukyas. Priyadarshika, Nagananda, Ratnavali are the important works of Harshvardhan. PNR. Just remember like this. Priyadarshika, Nagananda, Ratnavali. PNR. Okay. Yes, perfect, Harsh. He gave a lecture on Mahayana form of Buddhism. Assembly lasted for 23 days. It was attended by many Buddhist scholars from Nalanda. More than 3,000 Brahmins and Jains also attended the assembly. 1,000 Mahayans also attended the assembly. Yes. So, Priyadarshika, Nagananda, and Ratnavali were the works of works of Harshvardhan, PNR. Charit was written by yes, Naresh, these are the books. Ban Bhatt, a court historian. Charit was written by Ban Bhatt, a court historian. Okay. Now just you have to remember and make the flow chart. Deepak, the point after Yun Sang is Yun Sang, a Chinese traveler, visited the court of Harshvardhan. There were two assemblies convened by Harshvardhan, Kannauj and Prayag assembly. And then I have mentioned about the Sanskrit works that were being, written by Harshvardhan, such as Priyadarshika, Nagananda, and Ratnavali. And there is a book called as Charit, which was written by Ban Bhatt, who was a court historian. Okay. Is it clear, Deepak and Shantanu? Yes, Kadambari. Perfect. Markam. Now just within 1 minute, we will understand about Kanvas and Satwan, and then I'll give you a break. Siyuki. Yes, Siyuki is the work that was written by Yun Sang. Note down one more thing. Ramkaran, after death of Harshvardhan, there was again fight between Rashtrakutas, Palas, and Gurjar Pratiharas. And then came the Turkish rulers in India. Okay? Arrival of medieval period. Now, guys, yes, one more thing to be noted down. Siyuki was a travelogue written by Yun Sang. Please note down. Yes, perfect. Harsh, tri-party struggle. Siyuki was a travelogue written by Yun Sang. Just within 1 or 2 minutes, we will understand. You don't need to write anything, just you need to make the flow chart. We have seen after Mauryas came Shungas, Pushyamitra Shunga, and so on. The last ruler of Shunga dynasty was Devagupta. And Devabhuti. Devabhuti was killed by Vasudev Kanva. So Vasudev Kanva, he led the foundation of Kanva dynasty. Okay. After him came Bhumi Mitra, followed by Narayan, and finally comes Susharman. Okay. So Shungas and the Kanvas were the dynasty in northern part of India, which came to power after the decline of Mauryas. And Satwahan was a dynasty which came to power after the decline of Mauryas in the region of Deccan. Okay. So in northern, there were two dynasties. In south, there was one after decline of whom? Mauryas. North, Shungas and Kanvas. South, it was Satwahan. So just please note down about the Satwahan rulers. Just remember their name. The question was being asked, who killed Devabhuti? So it was Vasudeva Kanva who killed Devabhuti. So please note down. Kanvas, yes, perfect. After Satwahan came the Vakatakas in Deccan. Please make this chart. Vasudev Kanva, Bhumi Mitra, Narayan, Susharman. These are the rulers of Kanva dynasty. And in Vasudev Kanva, just right front, killed Devabhuti. Just make this chart. And just remember this chart, nothing else. Completed? Let's move to Satwahan. See, Satwahan rulers are also mentioned precisely as Andhras in Puranas, which simply narrates one thing. And what is that? They majorly ruled over the region of Andhra. Okay? So, Satwahan dynasty rulers, they precisely ruled over Andhra, Maharashtra, certain parts of Karnataka, very little part of Madhya Pradesh. They had one of their capital at Paitan or Pratishthan, which is located in Maharashtra. Okay? And then specifically Amravati, another capital. So the most important aspect that we need to understand here, who is considered as the founder of Satwahan dynasty? Simuka was considered as the founder of Satwahan dynasty. Okay? Simuka was considered as a founder of Satwahan dynasty. Yes, yes, Satkarni, there's a movie specifically. It's a Telugu movie, correct? See, Chalukyas, Vakatakas, Chalukyas, Pallavas almost are contemporary to each other. Harsha. Okay? Harsh. So just remember, Satwahan, they ruled precisely over the region of Maharashtra, certain parts of Andhra. Satvahans are also called as Andhras in Puran, which simply specifies one thing, that Satwahan dynasty rulers specifically ruled over the region of Andhra. Capital was Pratishthan. After this, specifically, another capital was Amravati. Just hold on for a second, guys. Just a second. A bit of technical error. Then, who is considered as a founder of Satwahan dynasty? Simuka was considered as a founder of Satwahan dynasty. Where do we come to know about this from? Naneghat inscription. Now, major ruler of Satwahan dynasty was Satkarni I. And we come to know about Satkarni I from Hathi Gumfa inscription located in Odisha. Okay? He conquered the region of Malwa. I have already spoken about the significance and the importance of the region of Gujarat and Malwa. Okay? So first thing, Simuka was the founder. Satkarni I, he conquered the region of Malwa. Another important ruler, Hala. Very important. And what you need to remember about Hal? Gata Satasai, which is a collection of poem, was written by Hal. Gautami Putra Satkarni. He is called as Ek Baman in Nasik inscription. One thing you need to remember. Second, Ajanta caves are located in Aurangabad district of Maharashtra, also referred as Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar district of Maharashtra. Ajanta caves are located on the banks of river Vaghora. Ajanta caves are a group of 30 caves. Okay? And cave number 9 and 10, we find the mention of Gautami Balsari. Who is Gautami Balsari? Mother of Gautami Putra Satkarni. So we come to know here that specifically that probably the cave number 9 and 10 of Ajanta caves might be patronized by Satwahan dynasty ruler, precisely Gautami Putra Satkarni. Okay? So, one information, Ek Baman means it is said that he had destroyed many Kshatriya rulers. So, he's also called as Kshatriya Darpa Mardan, destroyer of Kshatriyas. Ek Baman means one of the most fiercest Brahmin ruler. And he has given liberal donations to the Brahmins as well. Along with Brahmins, also Buddhist. I've given you the example of Ajanta caves located in Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar. Okay? So Gautami Putra Satkarni, referred as Ek Baman in Nasik inscription. Kshatriya Darpa Mardan, destroyer of Kshatriyas. Okay? And land grants given to the Brahmins. So 4 important rulers you need to remember. First is Simuka, founder. Come to know from Naneghat inscription located in Maharashtra. Then another important one, Satkarni I. He conquered the region of Malwa. Third, very important, Hal. So what do you need to remember about Hala? Specifically, Gata Satasai. It is a collection of poems. And fourth one, Gautami Putra Satkarni. 3 to 4 important things about him. Gautami Putra Satkarni, called as Ek Baman, the fiercest, powerful Brahmin ruler. Kshatriya Darpa Mardan, simple, destroyer of Kshatriyas. He finds mention in cave number 9 and 10 of Ajanta. Apart from this, he gave land grants to Brahmins as well as the Buddhist. And just remember the name of Visishtaputra. what we say, Visishtaputra Satkarni and Yajnashri Satkarni. But the most important are the fours. Last point that we need to understand, similarly like the Maurya, similarly like the Guptas, the Satvahan kingdom was divided into different provinces referred as Rashtra. And Rashtra were being headed by Maharashtrikas. It was further divided into district. District were referred as Ahar, headed by Amatyas. It was further divided into villages, Gram, headed by Golmika. Okay? Yes, I'll upload the practice questions, Hamam. Tomorrow I'll be uploading at least 20 to 25 questions. Do not worry about this. So this was the major part. Okay? So just remember or note this down. Simuka, Hala, Gautami Putra Satkarni, the most important one. That's it. Clear, guys? Please note this down. In short. Okay? Yes. Do not worry, Hamam. I'll ensure that tomorrow I'll post what we say. And I guess you guys are facing some issues with English and current affairs as well, or the quant, what we say. So I guess sir has spoken on that. Because you are facing a bit of issues in that, so I'll be speaking. Yes, Harsh, correct. You are true. Chedi is also find mention in Hathi Gumfa inscription. Once this is done, please let me know. I'll change the slide. Yes, guys. Then we'll take a break. And after a break, specifically, shall I change the slide, everyone? Yes, guys. Yes. Most important one, Gatha Satasai. Asked, collection of poems. It's Gautami Satkarni 1. It's 1, my friend. 1. Joel. Once it is done, please let me know. Hala, Gata Satasai, Gautami Putra Satkarni, Nasik inscription. One more thing. Kshatriya Darpa Mardan. Kshatriya Darpa Mardan, in bracket write, destroyer of Kshatriyas. Done? Okay, Sundarajan, Bhuvnesh, moving ahead. Note down Rashtra, Maharashtrikas, Ahar, Amatyas, Gram, Golmika. Not written, write fast. Yes, Satvahans are Brahmin, Vijendra. Yes, previous slide. Rishabh, please note down fast. Please note down Priyanshu fast. Rishabh. Kshatriya Darpa Mardan basically means destroyer of Kshatriyas. Yes, I'm going up with the next slide. Rashtra means provinces headed by Maharashtrikas. Ahar means district headed by Amatyas. Gram means villages headed by Golamikas. Okay, guys. With this, I end the major part of ancient India. And after a short break of 5 to 10 minutes, I'll be starting up with medieval India. And before I start with medieval India, okay, I would explain you who are Shias, who are Sunnis, what was the role of Muhammad bin Qasim, and so on. Okay? Harsh, cave number 9 and 10 of Ajanta, not Ellora, because Ajantas are the caves dedicated to Buddhism. Elloras are the cave dedicated to Buddhism, Jainism, and Hinduism, all the three. Okay? Atul, why did Satkarni take her mother name? Majority of the rulers you can see, Visishtaputra. Okay? then Gautami Putra Satkarni. It simply exemplifies one thing. The society in that place might be matriarchal society. Got the points clear, Atul? Exactly, take a break of, it's like, what's the time right now? It's 3:45. Okay? It's 3:45 exactly. Shantanu, John Smith was the founder of Ajanta Caves. Okay. So exactly we will gather at 3:50. And from 3:50 we'll start for next half an hour. And I'll be speaking about the basic, what we say, about the medieval India. And then I will be starting with, in medieval India, we are going to focus on three major aspects. Three major. What we say, Delhi Sultanate and its dynasties, Mughal Empire, Marathas, majorly. These are the slides, Mayank. Yes, guys, take a short break. Okay, we'll see you within. Is it okay, Mayank? Gautami is not the land given to the Brahmins. Gautami Putra Satkarni gave land to the Brahmins. Okay, Joel. Yes, Harsh, the break has started. Okay. Gather in 10 minutes. Yes, guys, regathered, assembled everyone. Yes, Yeram, Visisht and Yajnashri are not any particular units. These are the name of the rulers. So Visisht and Yajnashri Satkarni are the name of the rulers. Okay. So gathered everyone. Okay. First question. Yes, hi Sanjay. Everyone gathered. Very good. So guys, I have a question. Like when you take a break, like I can understand you go to the washroom and so on. But within that, do you have some snacks or you just go to the washroom for the next 5 to 10 minutes and sit in front of the lectures? Do you have some snacks or something? Okay, you guys also have snacks. That's very good. You just guys sit. Okay, no snacks. Okay, Priyanshu, you are having the snacks. Very good, very good. Very good. We take lectures in library. Okay, Atul, you take lectures in library. Oh, I thought if you guys might be having snacks, it could be an offline lecture. An offline lecture would be my best part. Okay, Ravi Teja, you're on duty. That's good. Coffee. Very good, Prathamesh. Water. You know why? Offline lectures are very good because in offline lectures, what happened whenever I give a break to the aspirants? So what happened? I give a break of 15 minutes. So everyone go to the washroom. After coming from the washroom, sir, please have this, sir, please have this, sir, please have this. So that becomes a very good thing. Okay, having a laddu, Shantanu. Very good. Chalo. Okay, Mayank, you're on work. No issues. Now, before Acha, you're a working professional. Okay, I understand. Now, before I begin with specifically the medieval India, my first question is, who was the first Muslim invader of India? Yes, who was the first Muslim invader of India? Any idea? Ashish Kumar says Mahmud Ghazni. Abhishek says it's Ghori. Priyanshu says it's Mahmud of Ghazni. Jatin says it's Muhammad bin Qasim. Sundarajan says Qasim. Okay. Nivedita says it's Qasim. Others says it's Ghazni. Somebody says it's Ghor. Okay. So what I'm getting here is Harsh. No, medieval history is not confusing. Please do not worry. We have to remember things in a very chronological order. That's it. Okay. So Badami dynasty. See, we are like Ravi Teja, we are majorly focusing on those dynasties which are important from the historical perspective. If we start focusing on the dynasties of ancient India, there are many such dynasties, Gajapati, Karkota, and many other dynasties. But we are only focusing within a short span of time, which are important from the exam perspective. Okay. Yes, Rehan, Al-Hajjaj. Al-Hajjaj was the first Muslim invader. Okay. Let's understand. Do not worry. Just pay attention to me very carefully. And if possible, please note it down with me so that I can explain things. I'll tell you a story for the next 10 minutes and you have to listen to me very, very carefully. Okay? See, Vijendra, Kushan, see, as I've told you, Shakas and Kushans, you just have to remember few important rulers, that's it. Okay, in Kushan, just you have to remember about whom? Kanishk. And from the literature part, I've told you about the Kanishk, that Kanishka had patronized the fourth Buddhist council held in Kashmir. Okay, because it's 10 days or 15 days time, and we have a very short span of time. So within this short span of time, I have to cover a lot in that case. Okay. If anybody wants to know about what more to be covered in history or what more can be studied in history, please do contact me directly. I'll be telling you and guiding you throughout your journey, even for the other exams. Okay, guys? Hassan, Hussain. Now, guys, listen to me very carefully. Now, I'll explain you the most important point, and that point is the question crops up in the mind of every aspirant. Sir, who are Shias? Who are Sunnis? Okay. Yes, it is more than enough for IB. Mehak, it is more than enough for IB. Do not worry. Okay. Now, the birth of Islam, it took place at a place called as Makkah, which is located in Saudi Arabia, approximately around 570 AD. And it is said that precisely that the birth of Islam took place after the birth of Muhammad. Okay? As per, like, specifically, there are more than lakhs of prophets, but there are 25 prophets who are mentioned in the holy book Quran. Okay? And the 25th prophet was Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad, okay? Prophet Muhammad is precisely saying he took place birth in Makkah, which is located in Saudi Arabia. Now, Prophet Muhammad parents were Abdullah and Amina. So Abdullah was his father, Amina was his mother. So it is believed that when his mother Amina was pregnant, his father passed away. And 6 years after the birth of Muhammad, his mother also passed away. So what happened? Muhammad, he was being raised up by his uncle. And his uncle's name was Abu Talib. Okay? Prophet Muhammad's father name was Abdullah. Mother's name was Amina. Both of them passed away. He was being raised up by his uncle whose name was what? Abu Talib. And Abu Talib had a son named as Ali. So Ali and Muhammad both are cousins. Okay? After some time, what happened? Prophet Muhammad, like at the age, like he did not have that much of money so that he could get education. So he was raised as a shepherd. And at the very young age of 25, 26, he was married to a rich widow whose name was Khadija Begum. No need to remember the name. Okay? So after some time of the marriage, he realized that his purpose on the earth is something different. He has been sent by that God. He has been sent by that Allah to spread the message. Okay? And his teachings became very famous. His teachings became very famous in the region of Makkah. But since he had many followers, he also had many opponents. So he had to migrate from Makkah to Medina. And now he reached Medina. Now, as soon as he reached Medina, he constructed a mosque. He started offering prayers there. And he died. He did not choose anyone as his successor. So after his death, there was a person, Abu Bakr, he succeeded. Umar, he succeeded. Usman, he succeeded. And Ali, his cousin, succeeded. Islam, there are different and dissenting opinions. Some believe that Prophet Muhammad should be succeeded by a person who belongs to his bloodline. So the people who believe that a person who belongs to the bloodline of Prophet Muhammad should be succeeded as a, what we say, caliph, they are referred as Shia. And the others who believe that the successors of Prophet Muhammad should not be selected on the basis of bloodline. He should be selected on the basis of consensus. We will ask the people, and if the people support that person, he would be chosen as a caliph or khalifa. He would be chosen as a successor. So such people are referred as Sunni. So Shias, they believe that Prophet Muhammad should be succeeded by his bloodline. They are called as Shia. And the rest are called as Sunni. Okay? After Prophet Muhammad came Abu Bakr, followed by Abu Bakr Umar, after Umar, Usman, after Usman, Ali. And these people are referred as caliph or religious head. Why? Because they propagated the teachings of Prophet Muhammad. They follow the same steps that have been preached by Prophet Muhammad. Okay. Now the position of caliph, it became so powerful in Central Asia that there were different dynasties who wanted to acquire the position of caliph. Because caliph was not only the religious head of the people. Whatever caliph used to say, everyone used to listen to him. So with the passage of time, caliph also became the political head. So what happened? different dynasties, they had an eye over the position of caliph. So there was one dynasty which is called as Umayyad dynasty. Now, Umayyad dynasty ruler, he killed Ali and he declared himself as the caliph. Okay, Ali also had two sons, Hassan and Hussein. So Umayyad dynasty ruler, he killed Ali and he declared himself as the caliph. In further coming, there is a person whose name is Al-Hajjaj. He became specifically the ruler of Umayyad dynasty. And at that time, Al-Hajjaj, he sent his, what we say, brother's son. Okay. He sent his brother's son, whose name was Muhammad bin Qasim, to invade the region of Sindh, which is presently located in Pakistan, but at that time it was part of India. So Al-Hajjaj, who became the ruler of Umayyad dynasty, he sent Muhammad bin Qasim to acquire the region of Sindh, because in this region there was a Hindu dynasty ruler, Dahir, who was ruling. So Muhammad bin Qasim, he attacked the region of Sindh, he invaded the region of Sindh, and from here onwards, Muhammad bin Qasim was called as first Muslim invader of India. And this entire episode has been mentioned in a book called as Fatehnama Sindh, or specifically Chachnama. Now, it is not clear about who has written the Chachnama. Chachnama originally was written in Arabic language, but later on it was being translated into Persian language by a person named as Ali Kufi. So in very simple language, in very simple words, Muhammad bin Qasim, invader of India. Okay, I will repeat the point again. Prophet Muhammad, he migrated from Makkah to Medina. In Medina, he constructed a mosque. He did not choose anyone as his successor. So there was dissenting opinion. Some believe that somebody from the bloodline of Prophet Muhammad should succeed. Some believe that the successors of Prophet Muhammad should be chosen by consensus, by the people. Okay? So those who believed in the bloodline, they were called as Shia. Those who believed in consensus, they were Sunni. So Prophet Muhammad was succeeded by Abu Bakr, followed by Umar, followed by Usman, followed by Ali. Okay? And these people are referred as Caliph or Khalifa. Caliph or Khalifa, they followed the footsteps that were being preached by Prophet Muhammad. And they became quite famous. Now, people started listening to the advice of Caliph or Khalifa. And in fact, Caliph not only remained the religious head of the people, he also started acquiring the political powers. So there were different dynasties who had an eye on the position of the Caliph. And one such dynasty was Umayyad dynasty. So Umayyad dynasty ruler killed Ali. His name was Muwayya. It is not necessary to remember the name. So just remember Umayyad dynasty. They killed Ali. And from here onwards, different dynasties started acquiring the position of Caliph. In the coming years, Umayyad dynasty had a ruler named as Al-Hajjaj. And Al-Hajjaj, he sent his, brother's son, whose name was Muhammad bin Qasim, to invade the region of Sindh, or conquer the region of Sindh. Sindh was India. So from here onwards, Muhammad bin Qasim was referred as first Muslim invader of India. And this entire episode has been mentioned in a book called as Chachnama or Fatehnama Sindh, originally written in Arabic language. It was later on translated into Persian language by Ali Kufi. Is it clear, guys? So who was the first Muslim invader of India? Muhammad bin Qasim. Is it clear? I have repeated thrice the entire story. Okay. Yes, Joel, did you understand from Ali? Why was Qasim sent? It is said that the ruler Dahir, he was the Hindu dynasty ruler, he was ruling in the region of Sindh. And there were many ships of Arabs that was being looted by Dahir and the pirates. Hence, he was being sent to capture the region of Sindh. Got the points, Bhuvnesh? What about others? Did you get the point? Draw this. Okay. Draw this first, and then I'll make you write. Deepak, I told you why Al-Hajjaj was interested in Sindh. Because Dahir, who was the ruler of a Hindu dynasty, he was ruling in the region of Sindh. And Sindh, it had a major political influence. It was important from the perspective of trade and commerce. And the pirates used to loot the Arabic ships. So what happened? He dispatched this person, Muhammad bin Qasim, to invade India. Clear, Deepak? Hassan and Hussein. Hassan and Hussein were the sons of Ali. Okay? Who had asked? Yes, Ravi Teja. They were the sons of Ali. So please note down. Nivedita, the name of the uncle was Abu Talib. Abu Bakr was selected by the people. Sia. Consensus. Clear, Nivedita, Sia, and Ravi Teja. See, what happened when Umayyad dynasty ruler killed Ali? So he declared himself as the caliph, but people wanted either of the sons to become the caliph, Hassan or Hussein. Okay? So what happened at this point of time? Hassan, okay, he said that I won't be becoming the caliph. But Hussein said that I will acquire the position of caliph. So what happened? Obviously, there is going to be a battle between Hussein and Umayyad dynasty ruler. Correct? So in that case, what happened? Hussein was also killed. Hence, in Islam, it is celebrated as Muharram. And slogans are being shouted out, Ya Ali, Ya Hussein. Okay? So that is the story behind that. Laksh, is it clear? Is it clear, Ravi Teja? Okay. See, the most basic aspect that we need to understand, Bhuvnesh, here is economy and trade plays a very major role. Okay. And once you capture a particular region, you don't have to take the permission from other rulers to trade there. Here, you are the master of that place. Hence, it was necessary to capture the region of Sindh. Got the points, Bhuvnesh? Hassan said that I don't want to be a caliph. So he said that I don't want to get involved in this kind of mudslinging. But Hussein died. Got the points clear, Laksh? Have you noted this down? Please note down. Prophet Muhammad was succeeded by different caliphs. Prophet Muhammad was succeeded by different caliph. Caliph means a religious head. Sanjay was succeeded by different caliph. Al-Hajjaj, the ruler of Umayyad dynasty, Al-Hajjaj, the ruler of Umayyad dynasty, dispatched Muhammad bin Qasim to acquire the region of Sindh. This finds mention in This finds mention in Chachnama or Fatehnama Sindh, originally written in Arabic language and translated into Persian language by Ali Kufi. And translated into Persian language by Ali Kufi. Yes, Dhanush, Abu Bakr was selected by consensus. Hence, Muhammad bin Qasim became the first Muslim invader of India. Hence, Muhammad bin Qasim became the first Muslim invader of India after defeating Dahir. Okay. Yes, Rehan, Ottoman Empire comes into picture after 11th to 12th century AD. Before Islam, specifically, it is said that people believed in what we say animism, that is love and respect for nature, and they also worship gods such as Hubal. Okay? So, Bhuvnesh, did you get the answer? Hubal and three daughters of Hubal were being worshipped. Rehan, Ottoman, approximately 11th to 12th century. Okay. Yes, Laksh, both of them died on different ways, Ali and Hussein. Okay, why both of them died on the different days, but why Muharram is celebrated on the same day? There's a reason behind that. Ali has sacrificed his life for protection of Islam, and same has his son Hussein. Hence, Muharram is celebrated on the same day. Okay? Abhishek, Chachnama is the name of a book. Okay. Sanidhya and Sanjay. Muhammad bin Qasim defeated Dahir, a Hindu dynasty ruler. Dahir. Dahir. Shantanu. Yes, Ottoman Empire in the coming years, actually they will become the caliphates now. Specifically during the time of Britishers itself. They will become the caliphates. Okay. So Muhammad bin Qasim became the first Muslim invader of India. Then Mahmud of Ghazni, he became the second Muslim invader of India. No, Sundarajan. King does not select the caliph. Caliph is being chosen by the people. Consensus. Mahmud of Ghazni, he became the second Muslim invader of India. Okay. And see, Mahmud of Ghazni never had the intention to make India as its home. Mahmud of Ghazni only had a simple intention to plunder India. He never had the intentions to make India as its home. I'll give you a small example. Mahmud of Ghazni, from 1000 to 1025 AD, he had conducted 17 raids in India. And the only purpose was to acquire money from India, plunder India. And in all his raids, he was successful. And the most important raid that was being performed by Mahmud of Ghazni was raid at Somnath temple in Gujarat. Okay. Yes, perfect, Prathamesh. Somnath temple in Gujarat. And precisely speaking, the Somnath temple, it is one of the Jyotirlings. You might have heard about this, that there are 12 Jyotirlings in India. Correct? Like there are different Saurashtam, Somnatham, Chashrishalam, Mallikarjunam, and so on. So Saurashtra Somnath, it is located where? It is located in Gujarat. So Girnar Hills, perfect. So here specifically it was being destroyed by whom? Mahmud of Ghazni. So please note down, Mahmud of Ghazni was second Muslim invader of India. Mahmud of Ghazni. Okay, Prathamesh, you have been to all the 12 Jyotirlings. Great, you are lucky, man. Very good. Mahmud of Ghazni was a second Muslim invader of India. Vijendra, you don't need to remember the date because there are 17 raids. How many dates you will remember? Okay. Just remember the rough approximate figure. Mahmud of Ghazni was a second Muslim invader of India who conducted 17 raids in India from 1000 to 1025 AD. The most important raid of Mahmud of Ghazni was raid of Somnath temple in Gujarat. Later on, this temple was repaired by Solanki dynasty ruler Bhim I. Yeram, the name of the temple is Somnath, Gujarat. The major purpose of Ghazni's raid was to plunder India. Yes, Solanki dynasty ruler. See, the Chalukyan rulers who ruled over the region of Gujarat were also referred as Solanki. So it was Solanki dynasty ruler. Yes, very good, Atul. 1000 years completed. Solanki dynasty ruler Bhim I. The major purpose of the raids conducted by Mahmud of Ghazni was to plunder India. And right, Muhammad Ghori was the third Muslim invader of India. Somnath, Jagannath Puri temple located in what we say Puri, Odisha. It has been attacked multiple times. See, Bhuvnesh, Ghazni, Mahmud of Ghazni, the name itself speaks Ghazni. He came from Afghanistan. And Muhammad bin Qasim, he came from a place called as Taif, which is located in Saudi Arabia. Okay? Bhuvnesh. Then Vijendra. See, the point is, Vijendra, when this person, what happened? This person used to attack, used to plunder, used to go back. Attack, plunder, used to go back. And when he attacked the region of Somnath, he plundered the region around Somnath for the next 2 to 3 days. And the ruler of the Somnath or the Gujarat at that time was Bhim I. He was on the other expedition. Meanwhile, when he came back, he plundered and went away. So he could not have a direct confrontation between both of them. Got the points clear? Vijendra? Sanidhya. Major purpose of the raid was to acquire money, plunder India. Okay? Sia, Sanidhya, Rehan. The temples were being defended initially, but later on what happened when the Turkish rulers started establishing their base in India, they started the policy of taxing the temples. They started policy of shikan. Shikan basically means destroy the temples and spread the Islam. Clear, Rahan? Next question. Yes, there are incidences like many of them which has been mentioned. Muhammad Ghori was a third Muslim invader of India. Yes, Prathamesh, like I have heard about this story. I have read about this story, but how much is it true? because many historians, sometimes what happened, the contemporary historians of that time, to an extent, write the story in favor of the ruler. Okay? Okay, Bonala, you can go to the Sainik Sammelan. So please note down, Muhammad Ghori was the third Muslim invader of India. In first battle of Tarain, please note down, in first battle of Tarain, fought in 1191 AD. Tarain, it is located in Haryana. In first battle of Tarain, fought in 1191 AD, between Prithviraj Chauhanji and Ghori, he lost the battle. In second battle of Tarain, fought in 1192 AD, Muhammad Ghori emerged victorious. Okay? So this is about the three initial invaders of what we say, medieval India. Tomorrow I'll be starting with slave dynasty. Tomorrow my target is slave dynasty, Khilji dynasty and Tughlaq dynasty. Day after tomorrow, Sayyid Lodi and certain part of Mughals. And after that, I'll be completing with the Marathas. Okay? Manas, the last point. For first battle of Tarain, 1191 AD. Prithviraj Chauhanji emerged victorious. Second battle of Tarain, 1192 AD. Muhammad Ghori emerged victorious. Okay? Yes, Vijendra will also cover Mughals. Do not worry. Second battle of Tarain, 1192 AD. Yes, Ghori. Ghori came from Ghur. Ghur is located in Afghanistan. Okay, Bhuvnesh. Let's see if there's a class on Sunday or not. I'll confirm it to you tomorrow. Yes. Anyone like who, somebody has asked me, sir, how to contact you? You can contact me directly on the Telegram. On Telegram, if you search Alok Ojha, okay, you will directly get my name there. You can contact me there. Okay, guys. So see you guys tomorrow. Please keep on revising the concepts. Okay. See you guys tomorrow and sharp at 2 o'clock. Okay, guys. Bye-bye. Have a great day. You can directly search Alok Ojha on Telegram and here you will get my entire thing. Yes, single reading of the PDF is enough. Just watch the lectures and that's it. No, Bhuvnesh. Ghori not only came to plunder, he also came to establish a permanent settlement in India. Okay? Okay, guys. Thank you. Yes, Mari, I would be sending the practice questions. Please do not worry. Prathamesh, history _ Alok Ojha is the name of my Telegram channel. It's the name of my personal Telegram channel. But if you search Alok Ojha, it's my personal, what we say, there you can directly message me. Okay?